Welcome back.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. Well, you look great, Louis.
Oh, thank you.
Because last time we had a little discussion about would it kill you to wear a tie?
Yes. And it hasn't killed me.
No. You
Sorry.
look fantastic.
Thanks.
And
I hate it. I hate the way this feels.
Really?
Yeah. But
you look good. You look like the entrepreneur, the auteur that you are.
Okay.
How are your daughters? Tell me about them.
They're great. The youngest one just turned 9, and then the older one remains 12 for a few more months. And they're good. I mean, this week is testing week at schools.
I hear a lot about that. Yep.
Yeah. So they're in 3 days of extensive standardized testing.
And what are the consequences of the standardized testing?
Well, the way I understand it, if a school's kids don't test well, they burn the school down. So it's pretty high pressure.
A lot of pressure on the kids.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the tests are written by people that nobody knows who they are. It's very secretive. And the questions are, because they have to prepare for these tests for a long time. A lot of the year is about the tests.
Teaching for the test.
Teaching to the test, they call it, because they decided there's a new way kids should think, and we're going to prove they're thinking it by having them pass these tests, or we burn the school down. So anyway, my kids kind of panic when they're in these, you know, which is okay. You know, my mother was a math teacher, and she taught me that moment where you go, I don't know what this is when you panic. That means you're about to figure it out. That means you've let go of what you know, and you're about to grab onto a new thing.
That's great.
That you didn't know yet. So I'm there for them in those moments, and I go, come on, just look at the problem. And then I look at the problems, and it's like, you know, Bill has 3 goldfish. He buys 2 more. How many dogs live in London? Or something like that. So,
wow. That's crazy. Well, you better notify the fire department.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right here with Louis C.K., everyone. I'm telling you, me and Louis. The show comes on May 5th. How many shows do you do in a run in your series? How many do you have to do each season?
Well, this season was supposed to be 13, but I made an extra one because I just had
14?
too much stuff. So there's 14, yeah.
So, and you're responsible. You're in it.
Yes.
You created it. It was all your idea. Manifestation of you and your life. You write it, you direct it.
Yeah.
That's a crazy amount of work, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I edit it also.
Well, you edit the damn show.
Yeah, the damn show.
Whoa.
I edit the damn show.
Do you... So you folks look long and hard at that editing, okay? But, I mean, you can do it, and you must love doing it, but it's a tremendous amount of work.
It is. It's very hard. And I think if I could take one job away that I wouldn't do, it would be the acting.
Really?
Because that's the one that makes all the other ones harder. It's hard to direct when you're the dude, and it's hard to edit because I have to look at my stupid face for just hours and hours. And then I got to go out here and promote it and say, you got to see this guy. It just gets so sick to my stomach by the time it's over. Well, it's really too much.
Now this brings up an interesting point. Have you ever thought of doing everything but starring in the show and casting a guy to be you in the show?
It's a really good idea. Do you want to do it? Because you're going to be...
No, I will have... I'll have some time.
By the way, I'm very pleased for Stephen Colbert. He's a great guy and he's my friend. But the fact that you're leaving really sucks, I think, because...
Louis, no one on this program, either over at NBC or here, has ever used the expression sucks. I'm going to make a note of that. Thank you very much. I'm going to start using that more around the house.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah. It's none of my business, but how can I ask you how old a guy you are?
Sure, I'm 46. I have no problem with that. 46, yeah.
You look good at 46.
Oh, thank you.
Two kids, 46.
Yeah.
That works great, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't care about getting older. Things get easier when you get older.
How so?
Well, you just slow down a little. You don't think nothing's so important after a while because you've seen it go around 46 times. It doesn't get much better, so why worry about it? So, I was on a plane. I was flying out to Los Angeles recently for a lot of important stuff, and I was sitting on an aisle seat with with 3 seats next. It was like a very crowded, stressful flight, and we're about to take off, and this woman gets on with her baby like this. And her husband and 2 other just sad-looking kids, and she's just walking through the plane hating people with her baby. She's so upset. And I saw her come, and I realized that she's sitting here.
No.
And I'm like, So she comes up and she says, okay, here's how this is going to work. This is all true. She goes, you're sitting in the middle, I'm sitting in the aisle because I have a baby.
Oh.
And I thought, okay. And I told her, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get off the plane.
Just get off.
So I got off the plane. True story. I just got off the plane. She was upset, so I didn't want to do it. So I got off the plane. I went home, and I just didn't go do that stuff in Los Angeles. And the next day, people called me and said, where are you? And I was like, I don't know. The lady was upset. I don't want to do it.
Yeah. I think you made honest to God, I think you made the right decision.
Yeah.
And if it were me in that situation, I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
Because that's not the way you want to begin your cross-country trip.
No, I don't want to do it. And whatever I had to do over there, it didn't get done, and it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's right. So this is a manifestation of you growing older. It's not
That's right.
important.
Because I knew whenever I'd get there, I'd meet some people and go, yeah, okay, that sounds a good idea. None of us would ever end up doing any of it. And then, meanwhile, that poor lady's, her stupid baby, having a bad flight.
Yeah. I think that's a sign of great maturity. But that's kind of like the credo of your life. It's sort of like, fine, if you don't want to do it my way, okay, we just won't do it. You've been very successful with that. Yeah,
it has worked. I just kind of do whatever I want, and I don't mind. It's because I don't mind when things go bad. It's not so bad. So you just do what you want to do, and I hope my kids are better than me at all of that. I'm trying to teach them to be a little better than me at everything. That's what you hope, right? That your kids are better than you.
Yes. Well, but I think that you're a pretty good role model. Now, I'm not in the house, but I think you're...
Yes.
I think you're a pretty good role model from what I've seen. That the kids must admire you for other reasons than just being a great dad.
I guess so, yes. Their experience of me is that I make them breakfast, and sometimes breakfast sucks. I don't know. Just now that you've got it in your lexicon.
Twice there. Okay.
No, I think I do an okay job. What I try to teach my kids is that you're not going to get what you want most times, and if you learn to be okay with that, with being disappointed, if you can survive disappointment, then nothing can beat you.
Let me ask you a question, and specifically about breakfast. I have this conversation with my son, who is 10, who is, I guess, right between the ages of your daughters. And it goes like this. Well, what would you like for breakfast? I'm not hungry. Well, yeah, but let's just say you were. How about bacon? No. How about eggs? No. Pancakes? No. And so we go through every imaginable form of consumable human food, none of which interests the kid. And then, so now we go back and we start over. And it's clear that he has decided on his side he's going to say no to everything I come up with. But yet, they have to eat.
Yes, they do, but why?
What do you do at that
Why are you asking him what he wants? You're asking him to decide where everything's headed. And look, I know why you're asking. I get it. But the thing is, you're saying if he doesn't decide what he wants, he won't eat.
So I'm already behind the 8 ball.
That's never going to be his.
So with your girls, you just put the food in front of them.
I go, here's what we're having.
Here's what we're having.
I don't want that. And I go, all right, what do you want then?
Yeah, that seems about right. Yeah, because for a minute there, you really had me.
Yeah, no.
You really had me, and I thought, oh,
no, it's just
crap, yes, I've made a terrible mistake.
Yes, no, that's the way it is.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
And then I make a different breakfast.
Yeah.
And I end up eating both of them.
I know, the house becomes a diner. That's
right.
What we go through.
That's right.
Louis C.K., ladies and gentlemen. Now, Louis, the 4th season, you can see it beginning May 5th at 10 on FX. That's where it is. It's on FX.
That's right.
This is Louis C.K.
Thank you, Dan.
Thanks for dressing up, Louis. We'll be right back with Amy Sedaris.